everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie and today I'm sharing a video with you that I made of a layout that I made as part of the Paper Issues design team for a challenge called Free File. So what this is all about is if you go into their shop, you can find their shop through their Facebook page called Paper Issues Friends and Fans. And they have a load of free files, cut files, and it's wonderful. They've got hundreds of them, and you can just go in and download your free file. And today I'm using some of those free files to show you what what you can do with them. So you see here that I added some gesso to my page. I did that off camera before I started the video, and I'm using the packaging technique here. I added some Twinklings Majestic blue, the little pot there on the left, with the packaging technique. And there I'm just taking, it's two gelatos called Snow Cone and the other one's called Metallic Mint. And I am rubbing it onto the packaging and just adding some water and letting all of the goodness dissolve, so that I can smush it onto the onto the background that I am creating. I was going for kind of a gradient effect from lighter to dark, the lighter being at the top of the page, the lighter blue, and I wanted the sort of like the ocean, like the blues in the ocean, going from light to dark and so on. So I'm just going to keep on coming in with that snow cone, the gelato, that light blue over there, because I felt that that color was quite a nice complementary blue, lighter color to that darker Majestic Twinklings that I started with off in the end. And it's also the Majestic Twinklings has a sort of a sparkle, a shimmer to it, and yeah, so it looks really the two colors go well together, the two blues. And I'm just going to be adding some water straight to my page. It didn't the packaging technique didn't quite do what I wanted it to do, so I'm just going to be adding some water to my page. And you'll see that I'm keeping the right hand side of my layout quite bare. I'm thinking that I'm going to put my photo cluster and embellishments on that side of the page, so I didn't want to do too much work on the background and then, you know, only to cover it up in the end. So by adding water, I just see I'm adding the water straight to the stick of gelato there, and adding it straight to my page. And by adding the water, I am facilitating blending between the two colors, so that that gradient effect is more prominent, from going from the light blue at the top down to the darker blue at the bottom. Now, I did do some work off camera. For some reason my camera didn't record, but what I did here was I have a Brother Scan and Cut, and what I did, I scanned that leaf from the Bella Boulevard Island Escape ephemera pack, and I cut it out, and that's how that came about. So I didn't like the effect that the stark white of that leaf had, so I just drew in sort of a little outline on the inside of the leaf, and I cut it out, and it became a little cut file. So I am going to be backing that little cut file I made there with some of the pattern papers in the collection. And there you see I'm using that striped green and white from the cut apart sheet. I thought my title, a suitable title for this layout would be Hello Summer, The photo that I'm using is of me holding up a beverage. Is a non-alcoholic beverage. We went to one of the other Emirates here in the United Arab Emirates, and we just had a beach day, and the kids enjoyed the shallow waters with the little fish swimming in between their toes, and I had my drink on the sun lounges, and it was just a wonderful day. So I thought I would only be using the pink flowers and the green leaves, but then I decided I needed to bring in some more color. So I am going to be adding some more of the ephemera pack, and you'll see that I fussy cut that little pineapple from the counterpart sheet as well, and that's just to echo some of the lovely drink in my hand. So I'm going to be using that yellowy light orange sheet as a backing for a backing or a mat for my photo, just to add some layering behind the photo and to bring in some more yellow from the left of the photo cluster down to the bottom right of the photo cluster, just to balance some of that yellow that I added there by bringing in the that yellow flower at the top there. I really liked the effect that the torn paper gave, so I added some more of that of that cut apart piece. However, I used the other side of the paper, and that also just brought in some more of that light pink in the flower at the bottom of the photo cluster. I really wanted everything to be fairly balanced in this photo cluster as far as colors were concerned. So I did try to balance each color on the other side of the layout of the photo as well. So I also used some liquid glue for this layout, as I did use a lot of gesso and obviously a lot of mixed media on the back ground, so I didn't want to take the chance of my embellishments or my photo and the photo cluster lifting up. So, and there you'll see I'm just adding some more of that little cut apart piece that I cut apart from the cut apart sheet, just to the top to frame it off nicely. I'm going to be adhering the title Hello Summer to the straight onto the photo with some foam squares, and there's a lot of open space at the top of the photo, so I thought I would utilize that open space, and it just draws your eye more to the photo, I suppose, if you do embellishing on the photo, or if you put your title or stamping on the photo. And it's something I'm really liking at the moment, and I'm just using my T-square ruler there to see that everything's straight. Those little puffy hearts I got from a shop here, a local stationery shop, and I use them on a lot of my layouts. I really like them, and because there's so many colors, they go quite well with everything. So I try to create little clusters of threes, or little triangles if I embellish with little embellishments like that. For instance, I use 3 of the hearts there now, and so on. I really don't have a lot of flair, really. I think I have a handful of pieces, and that is one of the pieces that I have, and it says laugh, so I thought that would be quite nice, and it did bring in some wood grain as well that I really liked. Now this is where I brought in the cut files from the paper issue shop, and it's from a cut file called Tropical Palms, And there's loads of different palm type leaves that's in this file. I think there's 3 or 4 different types, so you can really you'll see for yourself. It's quite versatile. I'm going to be adding more of the different palm leaves there in a moment. So because I had already stuck most of it down, I had to cut that cut file in half, and besides, it was all going to be stuck behind the photo cluster in anyway, so I wasn't going to miss it in any case. So I just cut it in half and then stuck it there. And you'll see that I did a lot of work off camera on this layout. I did some doodly lines around the edges, added some sequins, and I really tried to stay true to the gradient, the color gradient of this layout concerning the sequins. And I did also add another one of the cut files from the another one of the cut file leaves from the cut file in the paper issue shop. So go ahead and take a look at what they have to offer, and go and download yourself some wonderful free cut files. And I would really like to hear from you, so drop me a message in the comment section, and yeah, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.